Hi everyone, I'm Ashlei Williams with PHC News and Plumbing Engineer. I'm at the Daikin booth at the AHR Expo and I have grabbed Paul Rauker. I'm going to let you go ahead and introduce yourself and your position with the company.
I'm the Vice President General Manager for Systems and Controls for Daikin Applied.
Okay, and big presentation coming up today. I want you to speak really specifically to Intelligence of Things. Can you tell our readers what that is and why you're talking about it?
Well, the presentation's about the Internet of Things. So with the Internet of Things, what's really happened is everything's being connected. So as we look at the consumer world, we talk about different things that people can start their car remotely and they can do some simple things. Well, that trend has come over now and is in the industrial world. Okay, the industrial world can leverage this. The significant challenge is educating individuals as to what this is and what's the value and the benefit and the opportunity. So a lot of our effort, along with we're launching our intelligent equipment platform here at Ashlei. We need to educate those individuals and the readers as to what it is and what is it really going to do for them.
And can you give a few bullet points on exactly what it is and kind of what it's going to do for them things?
So the intelligent equipment is ultimately a device that is set up inside of our equipment here. It's a gateway which is tied into what we call an energy management module. And what it does is we have over 4,000 backnet points that are located inside of our equipment. One of the challenges has been no one's been able to get after that information and data. So now the gateway allows us to take that those 4,000 points, bring them up to the cloud, and ultimately we then can look at the data, analyze, we create algorithms and logic that allows it to then be presented back to the building owner in execution. So essentially, part of the intelligence of this is we integrated third-party weather. So a third-party weather site comes in. The great part about it is, so what? Some people says, I can do that on anything. We actually take the data. So if you're a building in Dallas, Texas, and it's 75 degrees one day, and it's going to be 92 the next, this equipment will actually pre-cool the building the night before at the lower rates, helping the building owner reduce consumption, as well as helping the grid be a little bit smarter.
Okay. And can you talk about big picture? What is Daikin hoping that attendees take from the booth or take from the show?
Well, first of all, the education on what the Internet of Things is and what it's going to be. That's going to be critical in the acceptance and understanding of what the value proposition is. The second piece of this is Daikin, we're one of the most, if not the most innovative companies in the HVAC space. And what we're trying to show is we're not just about big pieces of equipment, we're about data, hardware, and software, and integrating that into what I would call a true solution. Because a number of people can just focus on the incremental gains that you'll see when we improve the efficiencies of the equipment, but by bringing in this other factor around data, it's going to be a win-win situation.
Okay, and we're going to hang around for the presentation, but can you give like a sneak peek of the format, how people are going to be interacting with you when you present?
Right, so what we're going to do is a lot of times individuals not very excited about just sitting down and listening to a presentation. So what we're going to do is we're going to create an interactive environment. We're going to talk about Internet of Things and actually get people to really get engaged and learn and how to understand what Internet of Things really is. And then we're going to talk about how we bring that over into the industrial world and what does that mean. At the same time, giving them a little bit of an education around what the hardware and software and what it takes. It's not just something that's really simple. So we've got all this complexity, but how do we make it simplified and we deliver that value? So we'll be talking interactively during the presentation.
Okay, well, like I said, we're going to hang around. Thanks so much for taking the time before you present.
It'll be fun. Now, all of this, there's a lot of complexity. Okay? So how many of you use your iPhones for things personal and business? iPhones or Google? Are they easy to use? Okay? A big reason why you like that is because it is easy to use. So one of the things Daikin is heavily focused on is usability.